all around. Dark days when nothing seemed quite right. But something about them days with you always make the sky so blue. Always seem to make the world so bright. 'Cause it's magic when we're together. Sun shining on the weather. Magic when I am here with you. And I'm floating like a feather, smiling, what could be better? Life is magic being here with you. Ooh. Life is magic when I'm here with you.
Chandler City Council meeting of Thursday, September 13, 2018. I want to welcome everybody. Ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Mayor Chip Cheney,
Here.
Vice Mayor Lopez,
Here.
Councilmember McClymans,
Here.
Councilmember Rowe,
Here.
Councilmember Wong,
Here.
Councilmember Hartke,
Here.
Councilmember Stewart.
Here.
We have a quorum.
The invocation this evening will be led by Pastor Sean Eddy, Chandler Bible Church, and the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilmember Mark Stewart. Thank you, Pastor, for being here.
Be here. And I do like to say thank you for this opportunity to continue to pray in public as we do in private for this city council and all the city staff Appreciate the opportunity. Let's pray, please. It is with a deep desire to honor you, God, that we bow before you in these moments. And as one who represents a portion of the city, I thank you for the gift that I have to stand before this council, to thank you for each one of them, the mayor, the vice mayor, the council members, and the city staff, to pray that your favor would be upon them, that they would hold well and responsibly that which has been entrusted to them, namely the governing of this city. And we pray, Lord, that as you would give them keen insight, courage, and conviction to follow their mandates, to follow their conscience, and to follow their passions, that it would be carried out with compassion, with love, with the opportunities to see our community thrive under your hand of grace. And so, Lord, I pray that you'd bless them, both tonight and the days ahead. Bless our city, and may it all be for your glory. I ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, council member. Council, the first item on the agenda this evening is the consent agenda. I do want to note, council, on item 15, it has been continued to the October 15th meeting, and also on item 4, that is also being continued to October 15th meeting, so I won't be taking any speaker on any of those items. Council, when you do make the motion, when we get to that part, if you could include specifically mention on item 4 as being continued to October 15th, that would be good since it wasn't posted that way. Do have a couple speaker cards on other items on the consent agenda. Council, I think I'll just take those. 3-minute speakers, and the first speaker is Catherine Roper on item number 2. If I can get your name and address for the record.
Catherine Roper. I live at 22490 East Sierra Grande, Queen Creek, Arizona. I am here as the president of ACE. Mayor and Council, I am here again tonight to show you how much our association would like to stay in the meet and confer process. After leaving here Monday night, I received phone calls and individuals stopping by my office giving their support and asking us to stay in the meet and confer process. I had individuals who were under the general group that was speaking of where you want to put us, who were telling me that they have no voice. Now, I am not here to lay blame on anybody or anything. I am here to say that as ACE and as a city, we should have been in better communication with each other. We should have been told by the city that there was issues that they had heard and given a chance to go back and try to change whatever everybody was thinking of us or what they heard. We were not given the chance. We were told a week and a half ago, about maybe almost 2 weeks ago, about these issues. And to me, that does not voice Team Chandler at all. It is poor miscommunication, and it did away with the employees and didn't give an employees the right that they should have been given. On Monday night, it was talked about the 1% deferred comp and the top-out levels. The 1% comp can be used as in our bargaining when we do a meet and confer. We can ask for it then. We've had plans to do things in the future. Not to mention the top-out levels. We had plans for the top-out levels to ask for. We just wanted to put things in place before we got there. To say that we didn't try to put SEIU underneath us last time, that's wrong. We tried. We just didn't get enough signatures in time. The rest of the signature cards arrived after the deadline. It was, like I said, there was a thing about Team Chandler and everything like that, and you wanted to put us under one group on one side, that's fine. But you have the other 3 groups too. They're part of Team Chandler, but yet you're letting them stay and represent themselves. I think that's a disservice to the employees who we represent. You're basically telling them that their voice doesn't matter. We also have the fact that we talked about personnel rules and things like that, and our rules over in the PD. Yeah, you know what, they're different. When the police department, we represent 122 employees. Out of the last list I was given by the Chandler, it was 322 we did overall. So with 122 employees, yes, there's going to be issues in the PD that seem to be more than the rest of the area. But I can tell you for a fact that I helped go out there, and I was representing people in the library. I was representing people all over Chandler, whether it was through sitting with their supervisors or talking to them. We represented everybody. It wasn't just one-sided just in the PD. Yes, there was a talk about personnel rules and moving us all underneath that because Team Chandler, we all have the same things, the same goals. Well, you know what?
Catherine, if I could get you to wrap up, please.
Yes. The other side also has the same things. They adhere by the personnel rules. They adhere by the same things we do. So if it's really a true Team Chandler, then why aren't you letting us have a voice just like they are? Thank you.
Thank you. James Kimey, we get your name and address for the record.
James Clement, 4609 East Augusta Avenue, Chandler. Evening, Mayor, Council. As you all know, we had the discussion on Monday. This is not about the pay or the benefits. It's about having our voice. It's about being heard. So I just ask you to please reconsider what this motion is going to mean to the employees here in the city of Chandler. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Next speaker this evening is Rick Human on item number 5. Item number 5 is the resolution authorizing at-grade pedestrian crossing at the Pacific Railroad. And
Thank you, Mayor. Rick Human, 4310 West Dublin Street. I just want to take a quick minute. I wanted to thank the council, also thank Marcia Reed, Josh, Jason Crampton, Dan Cook. This is a project that I worked on starting probably 7 years ago. And this is the last component of the Western Canal, adding this little piece of railroad crossing that
between Arizona Avenue and McQueen, right?
Between Arizona Avenue and McQueen on the Western Canal, so which is between Elliott and Guadalupe. So it's the last component. And once Gilbert finishes theirs up, we'll have about a 20-mile stretch from Riggs Road all the way up into Gilbert and across. So, but I did want to thank the staff. It's been a project that I started a long time ago. It was a little frustrating at times, but they persevered through it, and it's a real good addition to the city. So I just want to thank them for that. So.
And Commissioner Human, that's for pedestrians, bikes, and what have you.
Correct. Yep, pedestrians, bikes, horses, whatever. It's just a safety factor. It's a very small used crossing, but it's the last component that's a lot of dirt and rocks and stuff. So when you're trying to ride your bike across there. So I know, Mayor, you're an avid bike rider like I am and stuff. It's just a great addition that with traffic being as challenging it is and being able to have a place that you can ride safely on. And I know Councilmember Harkey is a big rider too. So we kind of dodge cars sometimes. So this is a great addition to the city. So I just want to thank everybody for that.
And thanks for your work on that. I know you spent, literally 8 years working on that while you were on the council, and the railroad is an odd bureaucracy, but good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Council, you have the consent agenda before you. What's your pleasure?
Mayor.
Vice Mayor.
I will be abstaining from item number 13, resolution number 5201.
Okay. Are you making a motion?
I also move for the approval of the consent agenda for Thursday, September 13th, regular meeting with the continuance of resolutions number 5197, APL 18-001, Chandler Air Park Area Plan Amendment to the Chandler Air Park Area Plan from Parks and Open Space to Light Industrial. The whole thing. And the continuance of resolution number, what's the other one?
Preliminary Development Plan.
Preliminary Development Plan. Item number 15, PDP 18-0003, Chandler Airport Commerce Park, CACP.
Second. A motion by Councilmember Lopez, Vice Mayor Lopez, a second by Councilmember Stewart, a declaration of conflict of interest by Vice Mayor. Further discussion? Councilmember Rowe.
Yeah, I just want to be voting no on item number 2. That's ordinance number 4838.
Okay. Very good. Council, you have a motion and a second before you. Please vote.
Motion to approve the consent agenda passes unanimously with the exception of item 2, which passes by majority 6-1. Councilmember Rowe dissenting. Item 4, which is continued to the meeting of October 15th. Item 13 passes 6-0 with Vice Mayor Lopez declaring a conflict of interest. And item 15 continued to the meeting of October 15th.
Good. Thank you. Next item is a public hearing. Council, it is an annexation, so public hearing number 1, annexation of approximately 82.11 acres located at the northeast corner of Lindsay and Brooks Farm Road. At this time, I would open the public hearing and ask for a staff presentation.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of the council. Before you this evening is a public hearing for annexation of 7 parcels totaling approximately 82 acres located at the northeast corner of Lindsay and Brooks Farm Road, which is approximately a quarter of a mile south of Ocotillo Road. The property is currently zoned RU43 within the county and is currently being used as a landscaping compost business. There's 4 temporary structures on site. The property fronts Lindsay Road. To the north are single-family residential subdivisions zoned PAD. To the east is County Island within the town of Gilbert. They plan on annexing in. To the south is the city park and residential within Maricopa County zoned RU43. Our general plan designates this property as neighborhoods. More specifically, the Southeast Chandler area plan designates it as traditional suburban character. There are utilities within Lindsay Road. The applicant has submitted a rezoning and preliminary development plan for a single-family residential development and will be forthcoming on a future council agenda. And with that being said, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Council, questions of staff? Discussion from the audience? Thank you. Close the public hearing. At this time, unscheduled public appearances. Any unscheduled public appearances? Okay. Seeing none. Current events, just a couple of things tonight, Council. Listening tour is coming up. My next listening tour will be Tuesday, September 18th, 6 p.m. at Hartford Sylvia Encinas Elementary School. The school is located at 700 North Hartford Street. Always see a great crowd when we visit Hartford, and we're always interested to see what those neighbors have to say. So we'll see all of you on Tuesday evening at Hartford. I want to talk a little bit about the new parking garage and our new shuttle service downtown. City dedicated a new 350 space parking garage last week, located just west of the Overstreet development in downtown Chandler. And for those of you that don't know where Overstreet is, Overstreet's the development at the southwest corner of Chandler Boulevard and Arizona Avenue. The garage is open 24 hours a day, and like all city garages downtown, is free of charge. Additionally, we have launched a new shuttle service in downtown, appropriately enough in the desert, called the Wave. Don't ask me why, but it's the Wave instead of the Cactus or something. Also free to use. The shuttle will operate Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings from 5 to 9 p.m. Just call them at 602-730-5153, and they will pick you up and drop you off anywhere in the downtown area. You can also simply flag them down just like you would a taxi. Just be careful. You can wave them down, yes. Vice Mayor said you can wave them down. Election results. A lot of election results, with some specific to Chandler. The results of the primary election in Chandler are official. I want to congratulate my fellow council members in their reelection. Vice Mayor Lopez and Councilmember Rowe were reelected. Matt Orlando was elected to the 3rd council seat, and our very own Councilmember Kevin Harkey was elected to the mayor's seat. Congratulations to all of you. Outstanding victory. Look forward with the transition with you, Councilmember Hartke, over the next few months, and look forward to working close with you on that. I also want to thank voters for overwhelmingly approving Prop 408, the home rule proposition, very important issue. Since we last met, Senator John McCain, who served us admirably for many, many, many years, both as a congressman for 4 years and then as a state, United States Senator, I think for 32 years, served us very well. I had the good fortune to be able to work with him and interact with him in my official capacity. I know the last 2 times he ran for re-election, he called and we visited, and I always enjoyed that. And so, great man, outstanding statesman, and he will be missed. And I like I say, I did cherish my friendship with that man. And with that, Councilmember McClymans.
I'm a Chandler compadre, and those that may not be familiar with the compadres, we've been around for 38 years. We're a member-run organization. And what's cool about being a member-run organization, it means 98.5% of every dollar we raise actually goes to charities for disadvantaged kids in our community. Some of our primary beneficiaries is the Boys and Girls Club, ICANN, Fans Across America, Chandler Care Center, Ascend, Chandler Education Foundation, Arizona Brain Food. We make a huge impact in our community, and we wrapped our fiscal year in June of this year, and we raised $1 million net for the first time in our 38-year history. That said, you're only as good as your last year, and we raise our funds through 3 major fundraising events, and our biggest one is Rock the Cause. Every year we have a different theme. This year's theme is One Night in Vegas. About 60 to 70% of the guests that attend dress up in costume, which elevates the evening. It's November 10th. Last year we raised $707,000 in one night. We have high hopes this year. We've really planned a great evening. For those that you've never attended, it's the biggest fundraiser and party in Chandler. We'll have 1,800 in attendance at Rawhide. You can go to rockthecauseforkids.org to book your tickets right now. List me as a referring compadre. And if you're a business that'd like to contribute, we're always looking for silent auction donations. That's all I have for now.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Councilmember Rowe.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll keep it short. Congratulations, Councilmember Hartke, for your win for mayor, and to Vice Mayor Rene Lopez. Congratulations to you. And Jeremy covered my my discussion on charities. Please don't start your own. There are many charities out there that need your help. Come and throw yourself into it. It's rewarding, and it's good for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. Vice Mayor Lopez.
Thank you, Mayor. So congratulations also to all the winners on the dais here and those out there. It was a hard-fought cycle, and we get about 6 months rest before the next one comes up, right? At least I'm not running this next cycle. I just want to do a shout out to the Perry mountain biking team my son is on. They've grown this year, and all of their members showed up and actually completed the 12-mile, and one completed a 17.8-mile race up in Flagstaff last weekend. All members completed the entire race, all cycles. So it was a good accomplishment. They've grown to about 15 members right now. It's a co-ed team as young as 7th graders, and they have up to seniors. So it's a great event, and I just wanted to shout out to, again, congratulate my son and all his team members. Go Perry Pumas. Thank you.
Tell your son, Andrew, congratulations, and we're proud of him. Councilmember Wong.
I have 3 announcements. The first one would be the opening of Chandler Fire Station number 5. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Chandler Fire Station number 5. It will be open house. It will be on Saturday, October 13th from 9 a.m. to noon. Located at 1775 West Queen Creek Road. And residents can learn about the service provided from Chandler Fire and have an opportunity to tour the station. So we also provide free blood pressure checks and balloon costumes and helmets will be available for children. Another also family-friendly event is the Dragonfly and Butterfly Bash at the Veterans Oasis Park, 4050 East Chandler Heights Road. It will also be on Saturday, September 22, from 9 a.m. to noon. The third one would be, it's also related to family, but it's a little bit heavier. Domestic violence can happen to anyone. Abuse is a form of control. And the City of Chandler's Domestic Violence Commission is hosting its 10th annual Domestic Violence Awareness event on Wednesday, September 19 at 9 a.m. at Chandler Community Center. Admission is free, but the seating is limited, so please register at the address listed on the screen. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Councilmember Wong. Councilmember Hartke.
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to extend a congratulations to Councilmember Rowe, Vice Mayor Lopez for their success in the recent election. And I was also particularly pleased in the confidence in our community on Prop 408, 85% of Chandler voters, which is to me a significant group of people that to me expresses their trust in the management of their dollars and in the city's vision and direction. So I want to publicly thank our community and their trust in the city's direction and leadership. And secondly, I just would like to do a shout out to, we had about 500 students from Valley Christian High School show up for an event we called Pancakes and Pavers that was put on for our city Chandler, but mostly by neighborhood services to help with a number of projects in Chandler last Friday morning. And they served a lot of breakfasts at places like the Senior Center, the Jewish Community Center, and did a lot of turf and gravel removal and working with Old Castle Pavers and Old Castle, the company, to secure pavers that will actually help these organizations and make it easier for entry and exits for people getting in and out, and as well as with our seniors, our Kingston Arms and others. So a very great project, well put together by Neighborhood Services. And so thank you again, Valley Christian High School students.
Thank you, Councilmember. Councilmember Stewart.
Thank you, Mayor. Turn that on. So this weekend is the culmination of a lot of hard work by our Chandler Innovations Group. We have quite the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Chandler, and this weekend is the beginning of our own Startup Connection Weekend, which is very similar to the Yes Startup that happens in Phoenix. This is an entrepreneurial-focused free event for early-stage founders, entrepreneurs, inventors, and folks like that that are interested in meeting other people and creating collision spaces. And we're going to have it right here. Tomorrow night is the kickoff, and we will have founder of Mod Mom Furniture, Kirsten Hathcock. And so she was a winner on Shark Tank. And so she's done quite a great job in building her business and with the help of Shark Tank. But she's going to tell her story and a little bit about the pitfalls of what it means to start your own business and finding the bravery to do it. And then on Saturday, and this is where the rubber hits the road, we will have workshops throughout the day in different stages of your business, and you can share and listen to other people from around the city talk about branding and finance and the legal pitfalls and all the things that you need to do in order to get a business going. So that's going to be at the ASU Chandler Innovation Center, which is down the street here at Chicago, 249 East Chicago Street. And those tracks will go on concurrently throughout the day. And I want to thank our sponsors for being a part of that. We have sponsors that have paid for lunch. I think Skin Actives is one of them that paid for lunch on Saturday, and coffee is being provided by the Chamber of Commerce. So thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for being a part of that. I think we have some ambassadors that'll be stepping up to that. And I wanted to thank a friend of mine, Marcus Williams, for winning the AIAAA 6A High School Athletic Director of the Year. And so Chandler Unified School District just continues to win award after award after award. So shout out to Marcus Williams. And then this Saturday is Rock and Taco. That's all I got.
Rockin' Taco downtown, so thanks. It's a festival. Everybody knows what it is.
Thank you, council members. City manager.
Mayor, thank you.
With that, council meeting is adjourned.